This is Wendy. While she might be a frog, she loves doing a lot of the things we like to do, like read books, eat delicious food, and play with all of her friends. But how did Wendy get to become a frog? Did she just show up one day, all cute and friendly? Not quite. Like all plants and animals, Wendy is part of what's known as a life cycle. A life cycle is a series of stages living things go through during their life, from a baby to a kid and eventually an adult. The adult will then have babies, and the cycle continues. In the case of a frog, the life cycle begins when the female frog lays hundreds of eggs, usually in a pond. The eggs float on the surface of the water, being protected from the outside world by a jelly-like substance. Many of the eggs don't make it past this stage, but the ones that stay strong will become fertilized. After a few days, the baby frogs, known as tadpoles, will hatch from the eggs. These tadpoles will live underwater for the next few weeks, where they will begin to develop many different body parts to help them survive underwater, such as gills, a longer tail, and fins. They feed on plants and algae to help grow and mature. After a few more weeks, their gills will disappear, and they will start to grow their iconic frog legs. When they become older, these tadpoles are known as froglets. These little guys and girls will develop their upper limbs along with a set of lungs to help them breathe air. The tail they had as a tadpole will keep getting smaller and smaller until it eventually disappears from the froglet. The froglets are now ready to hop out of the water and onto dry land. Over the next few years, the froglets will reach their adult stage where they'll be ready to start the cycle all over again. So there you have it. Wendy was, in fact, once a tadpole that grew up to become the pretty frog she is today. And one day, she'll be ready to continue the cycle and have little Wendies of her own. But for now, I think she'd rather go outside and play.